we turn this into this. And I'm going to show you how. So let's get into it.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ski from Side Hustle Dude TV, and today I'm going to tell you guys how I converted my Bitcoin miner, mining Bitcoin out of thin air, into a gold miner and silver miner. It all started a couple of weeks ago. We set up the Bitcoin miner. We were cash flowing, got it up to about $450 a week, and I read this book, Fake Money. I'm going to leave the description. I'm going to leave the book, free audio book on YouTube for free in the description. Check it out. It's a great book by Robert Kiyosaki, and it got me thinking. The book was all about in God we trust on our money and trust in God's money, gold and silver. And it got me thinking, what do I have? Because, it could be backbreaking work out here mining this gold, and since I don't have the equipment to get the gold, I was like, what do I have? Well, I got this underground, top secret, super illegal Bitcoin miner. No, I'm just kidding. But I do got the Bitcoin miner, and I've actually upgraded the Bitcoin miner from last time. We added one 3090. We added 2 extra GPUs, and we're setting up our second rig right now as we speak. So it should be about $1,000 a month. And I've been wanting to get into gold and silver. So the plan moving forward, we got tier 1 taken care of. Tier 1 for me was getting the mortgage paid for. Hey, my bills are paid. Hey, my bills are paid. Getting the mortgage paid for by assets. So we got that taken care of. So the strategy moving forward, turning my assets. I'm gonna do 25% of my assets that are cash flowing from the Bitcoin miner. So 25% of 1,000 is $250. $250 a month I'm going to be buying precious metals with, and $250 a month I will be hodling with Bitcoin and Ethereum, just letting it build, waiting on the next bull run. And then the other $500 I'm going to be reinvesting back into my rig, and that's the strategy going forward. Pretty pumped about it. This is blowing my mind, blowing my expectations. This was a classic case of preparation meets opportunity. If you've been following the channel, I've been grinding every single weekend, doing that DoorDash, putting money away, racking and stacking them. But now that last year in 2020, last year, the US government printed 1/3 of every single dollar that was ever printed in the entire history of printing money. That is not sustainable, in my opinion. This is not financial advice, by the way. This is what I'm doing. I'm documenting my journey. Do your own research. But this book, man, I had been wanting to get into gold and silver, and this book sort of relit that fire under me, and just the way that they put it was very interesting, an interesting perspective. And I like the perspective. It was, they put in our money, they put in God we trust, but instead of trusting that, why don't you just trust God's money, which is gold and silver? And it says that you won't get rich. I'm not looking at it like an investment per se. You're gonna get rich from stacking gold or silver, but you won't go poor either, because never in the history of fiat currency has it ever worked. Maybe this time it will. I doubt it. 1971.
Accordingly, I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold.
Nixon took the US dollar off the gold standard. See, your dollar used to be backed by $1 worth of gold, and the Fed had to have that amount of gold in reserves in order to give you that dollar. 1971, for those of you who don't know, Nixon took it off the gold standard and promised us they were going to put it back, and they didn't. Almost 40 years later, over 40 years later, we're still not on the gold standard. The price of gold has went through the roof. Everything has went through the roof, and I'm not like, oh, the sky is falling. The sky is falling.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
The sky is falling.
Are you crazy?
The sky is falling. That's not me, but I do like the idea of having real tangible money, as well as digital currency, as well as stocks, as well as real estate. I like them all, man. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. 7. So this is my strategy moving forward. We're going to keep beefing up the crypto. We're going to keep beefing up the gold. Future videos, I'm going to be talking about business credit cards, how I've been able to grow this whole business on OPM, other people's money. See, this is a whole new game, man. This is a whole new game. I'm going to be talking about in the future, lots of stuff coming up. I'm going to be talking about how I got my first rental property for $500. We are about to double down on this channel documenting the whole journey. And I promise you guys, I promise I'm going to be more consistent with uploading. Life gets in the way.
In life, you have roadblocks. The key is to overcome it.
But no more. No more. We're going to be going heavy on the dividend portfolio. We're going to be going heavy on the crypto miner, the gold and silver stacking, the real estate, the business credit cards. We're going in.
I'm going in.
And I'ma go hard. And I'ma go hard.
So how I did this, I don't know how you guys are. This is a 5-ounce bar. A little dirty, but it's just rough silver. But how I did this, it's not rough silver. That's 3.9 fine, baby. Anyways, after reading this book, this idea was just like planted in my head, the brain. The seed was in my brain and I couldn't get it out. I couldn't shake this. So I went down to the coin shop. And luckily for me, that's a really good place to buy silver. I had some coins, you know, some little pennies or whatever. I was going to see if they're worth anything. And he was like, yeah, they're worth like 5 cents a piece. I'm rich. I made it. No. But while I was there, I went ahead and bought this. 1 ounce, a 1 ounce bar of silver. And how I have to buy something, and that forces me to learn about it. Luckily, this is pretty close to spot. I made my first mistake. I bought this with the card. You're supposed to buy with cash because they will charge you a premium, but even with that, it was still pretty close to spot. But it forced me to learn about gold and silver, and I delved deep into it. And now this is the strategy moving forward. 25% from Bitcoin, 25% is going to gold and silver, 25% is going to be HODL, and 50% is going to be reinvesting back into the business. I know you were thinking,
The IRS has entered the chat.
Ski, I know what you're thinking. But so long as my profits don't exceed what I've spent, I won't have to pay taxes because I'm all in for about $9,000 currently. So long as my profits don't exceed that, you won't have to pay taxes. Next year I will. But this year I'm not going to exceed that. And also, gold and silver, if you save up your money and you spend about $1,500, which you can buy directly with Bitcoin. If you spend $1,500 more on any precious metal, gold or silver, that's a lot of silver, but gold, that's a little bit less than 1 ounce. You actually do not pay taxes on that unless you sell the gold for a profit. But just buying the gold over $1,500, you would not pay taxes because you are then exchanging currency. Again, I'm not a tax guy. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, talk to your tax guy. But from what I understand, if you sell Bitcoin for a profit, less than a year, you're going to pay 40%. Over a year, it's long-term capital gains, same as real estate property. If you exchange it for gold over $1,500, you are thus exchanging currency. And even if not, even if it's under $1,500, my cost of my doing business, I have not technically reached a profit at this point in time until I surpass $9,000, and then I will pay taxes on that. Do your own research, not financial advice. And if you're like,
But Devin, I don't have an illegal underground top secret Bitcoin mining operation. How do I get the gold and silver? I don't got the coin.
well, I recommend you take your fake coins, as I like to call them, anything after 1964, silver, quarters, dimes, anything after 1964, 1965 and on is like just basically worthless metals. But 1964 and older, dimes and quarters is 90% pure silver. Okay, and it's 10% copper to strengthen it. So here is here's a dime, and you can get this. You can get this about 20-ish times face value. Maybe like 23, 24, whatever. So that means if you bought one silver dime, here's a Roosevelt, and you can see the 64. This one's actually 63. That means if you bought one dime, say this one, and it was 23 times face value, that means you're going to pay $2.30 for this dime, and now you own 1/14 of 1 ounce of silver. And I know you can find $2.30 worth of change, and you can buy some silver. Every $1.40 of face value of constitutional silver, junk silver, as they like to call it, equals 1 ounce of silver. And this is a way of getting very close to spot price of silver. And you don't gotta buy an ounce. You can buy 1 dime. Now you own silver. And I really like the constitutional silver because in the event of an apocalypse for your prepping self, you know, you got stacks and stacks of stuff just stored away in a warehouse. For the inner prepper in me, this isn't about to be a prepping channel or none of that. But in the event of when the fiat fails, because it will at some point, I may not be alive, I don't know, but it will fail at some point. And we have, you know, chaos all around. I don't root for that. I don't think that looks good. But in the event that this happens, this is likely going to be the thing that you would use, fractional silver, because this is 1/14 of an ounce. It's very hard and almost pointless to counterfeit because this is only $2 worth of silver. It's very trusted, and it's not practical for me to go to the store and freaking buy a sandwich or, you know, lettuce at the market with a 5-ounce bar of silver. But it is practical for me to do it with a dime. So that's an easy way for you to get into gold and silver very cheap if you want. Okay, I'm not in charge of your financial decisions. Do whatever you want. I really like in the book Fake Money, Real Money, Fake Money by Robert Kiyosaki. He said there was a guru, and the guru told him that however much money he wanted to make per month, you should own that in gold. So I really like that. You know, Robert Kiyosaki was like, you know, what if I want to have $1 million a month? He said, well, just start with $1,000 worth of gold and test the theory out for yourself and see if it works. He claims it works. I just like gold. We've always liked gold. Gold has always been the gold standard. So yeah, I'm gonna test the theory. See if I own $5,000 worth of gold, if it will thus bring me $5,000 worth of wealth per month. Because they say the claims, the word in the grapevine, the gold vine, is that gold attracts wealth. So we'll see. But that's it for this time. I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you watch it this far, smash a like. If you're new here, subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. The channel is all about just creating wealth, educating, because there is no education in our education system as far as money goes. So just helping people to accomplish whatever their goals may be, whether it's, you know, just get out of credit card debt, or if it, you know, be completely financially independent, whatever the case is. There's strategies that anyone can do, and they can't stop you from learning the strategies. So that's it for this time. Peace, love, prosperity. I'm out.